Hey, what's up everybody? Today I'm going to be trying out the Dr.Colorchip, the automotive paint chip repair system. I've never used this before, but it's supposed to be pretty simple to use. And I have a couple of scratches and chips on my 2018 Mustang that I want to get rid of. Not sure where they came from, probably just regular driving. Now the most noticeable are the one on the hood, that scratch right there, which really bothers me, as well as this little chip right there on the column. It's actually not so little. There's also a couple of other minor ones on the hood as well. I don't know if you'll even be able to see them, but I see them and they bother me, so I'm gonna fix them. That being the other most notable. So other things that you're gonna need besides just the Dr.Colorchip are gonna be an isopropyl alcohol or some sort of spray or solution to wipe the car down to prep it for the Dr.Colorchip, as well as a couple of microfibers. Inside the actual package itself, you'll find the paint, a brush, a seal act, a rubber glove, as well as a cloth for the seal act. Now my kit has also come with this important instruction sheet, as well as an extra brush taped to the back side, stating that within the bottle, the flake or the metallic part of the paint has probably settled towards the bottom, so I need to use this brush to mix it. I went ahead and applied some of the isopropyl alcohol to the cloth, and I'm just gonna take it and I'm gonna wipe down these scratches because I just applied turtle wax seal and shine to the car not 2 days ago, and I need to get the product off before I apply the touch-up paint. Now what I'm currently doing is just mixing up the paint and getting all the flake off the bottom, so that way everything blends properly. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and give this bottle a nice shake for about 15 to 20 seconds, make sure everything is blended properly, and then we'll get to applying it. Now my next step is I'm just gonna take my brush and dab it in here. Wipe off the excess just a little bit, and it says to dab right next to it. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's just put a little dab right there. Now the next step is the portion that requires the rubber glove. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this, and I'm gonna take my finger and just smear the paint over the scratch. It looks like I might need a little bit more paint, so I'm gonna go ahead and apply and do the same thing over again. So I went ahead and reapplied a little bit of paint, and I'm just gonna smear. And that's it. They want to make sure you get it smooth, and you're gonna leave it sit for a little bit. Now I've gone ahead and applied the paint to the scratches. They said not to worry about blobs, so I'm not gonna worry about it. And it says that the seal act should just make it all wipe away. This one looks like it might need another coat, but for the smaller stuff on the hood, it looks like it should work quite well. So I'm gonna give it a little bit, and I'm gonna hit it with the seal act. So I've gone ahead and I've waited a little bit of time. I'm gonna take the seal act, shake it up, apply it to a microfiber, and get to wiping. So I've got the seal act on the wiping cloth. A little bit goes a long way according to them. So it comes out in just that little pink spot right there to the left of my thumb. And I'm gonna go ahead and try and wipe off this first spot that the camera is barely picking up. So let's give this a go. I missed it. The paint has definitely gotten in the chip. Now the texture is a bit different, obviously, but the color does match. So I'm assuming that this is the part that most people are gonna wanna see just because this was kind of the biggest scratch. I've gone ahead and applied more seal act to my wiping cloth, and I'm gonna begin wiping this portion. As you can see, some of that paint has wiped away, but some of it hasn't, and that's why I'm using that microfiber, just to double check. So here we go, I applied some more seal act, and we're gonna hit it again. Looking like I might need just a little bit more seal act to get the rest of that off the surface. One last time, let's give it a go. Now this is the part that they say requires patience. So I'm not pushing too hard, I'm just lightly gliding my finger in the wiping cloth along the surface. Don't want to push too hard because I want the paint to stay within that chip. So, what do we think of round one results? Now I've gone ahead and wiped off the portion on the pillar as well. It is having a little bit of a hard time focusing, but if you see, the color and the flake match up very nicely. However, this was a chip that was very deep and was starting to peel back a little bit on the edges. But overall, the product has done its job properly. This is probably going to take a few more coats, and then we'll be somewhere even better. I've gone ahead and repeated all those steps and applied a second coat of the paint. And here it is. It's starting to look a little better and seems as though it's filling in just a little bit more. And here it is for the scratch on the pillar. Overall, I think the Dr.Colorchip system did a really good job. It did nothing more, but also nothing less than as advertised. If we take a look at that scratch or ding on the pillar, you can still see it. And it doesn't quite have the same sparkle that the original finish does, but it's definitely a lot better than what it once was. Moving down to the hood, this scratch is definitely a lot better than what it previously was. It's by no means perfect, but even I notice it just a little bit less. Now this product is something I highly recommend for smaller dings, such as the one over here. I do recommend this product, especially for $45 to $50. It's really not that bad. Plus, I have enough of the product to do multiple more dings, scratches, everything for a while to come.